all I did was try to say hello. They all ran away, now they're shouting at me. Alright legends, welcome along to a new video, and excuse the lighting here. The sun is right above my head, so it's going to be hard to keep a bit of an image of myself unless I'm in the shade, like this here. But Sunday, and it's one of those weekends where you just gotta, well, I just got annihilated with filling my car with diesel for the week. It's insane right now, £88 to fill the tank. Absolute crazy times. Check that little guy out, having a nice little sing to himself up there. I am seeing so much today out in this walk, only I couldn't get the camera out of my pocket and start it up in time. There was a large bird of some sort having a snack on an expired rabbit just up the road a little bit there. Huge big thing. Now I'm not much into wildlife and sort of names of things, but this thing was massive. It was almost like a big hawk, sort of a bird, like it's huge. But he disappeared when he seen me coming. But yeah, crazy. Very rarely see something that size around here, but happens once in a while. But out today to get my steps up in the my zone belt. Two full days to hit my 1300 points for the month, and I'm about 300 left to go this morning, so I got out for this walk. I've been going now for 36 minutes. I don't know if you'll focus onto that there. And 59 points just in the centre of the blue part of the screen there. So yeah, between this walk, work over the next 2 days, and the gym on Monday, we should get it. And there you go, completely out of focus, or just turned black because of the light here. It is what it is. It's been a weird couple of days, not just for the whole fuel for the car sort of thing, but I was just thinking over a few things that have happened over the past few months. You kind of do that, or I kind of do that. I don't know if you're similar to that, but you'll sit about and I don't know if it's part of the whole overthinking thing or not, but you're sitting about the house and you kind of start to let the mind wander. And this is pretty cool here. Check out that. Awesome. This is one of those places you look at it and think, you could write a short film and have that as a background. But I digress. There's the head overthinking again. I was flicking through the internet there, Facebook, Instagram and that sort of thing, and started seeing all these posts from people that have been following me for a few years now, and I have said from time to time on this channel that, you know, people get interested in similar sorts of things as myself, and sooner or later the real world will pop in and they'll disappear off, start doing their own thing, and they never really go too far with it. So I'm actually just going to stop here, record the rest of this video in this light, because it will definitely just, I'll just turn into a silhouette at one point as soon as I get down here, because it's broad daylight right there. So looking through all these posts, and I was sitting thinking to myself, right, it's weird the way the system eventually kicks in for most people. And when I say the system, I say you hit that, well, in UK terms here, like I know America and other places I got there, the high school system and everything's a little bit different as far as age kind of goes, and you get middle school and then high school, whatever. But over here, you hit high school, that 5-year period till you're leaving, and you come out the other end of that a completely different person than what you went on. I know I did, everybody else I went to school with did as well, and I'm seeing that on social media right now. We all seem to slip into that system around about that period where all the interest and stuff you had as a younger person goes out the window in favour of the standard issue version of yourself that you're going to get, particularly here in Northern Ireland. At one point or another, it seems that almost everybody turns into that guy or that girl that will get into that group of people that are no longer interested in the stuff that they used to do, but they go and hang out in fields and whatnot and get some beer, they get some cigarettes. We've all done it at one point or another, and their social media posts will go from the interest and stuff that they used to do whenever they were getting into, and a lot of them were into a lot of creative things back in the day. As I say, they were interested in getting into content creation or podcasting or indeed filmmaking, and then at one point the social media posts change from all this creative based stuff what they would like to do, and it turns into the standard photograph of like cigarette in the mouth and beer in the hand, and they're doing that and everything's the same. Doesn't matter whether they're at, they could be hanging out in the field, they could be in a bar, nightclub, it's always the same, cigarette hanging at the side of the gob, beer in hand, they're like giving it that. But that's weird. That's weird the way that just we sort of slip into that system at that age. And it really came home to me one night there, probably, let me think, as I say, let my mind wander once in a while, and I went back to a Friday evening where I was just finished the gym, and the trainer decided he wanted to go for a hangout, a little bit of a chat and grab a coffee. So we were heading across to Bob and Bert's, a popular little chain over here in Northern Ireland. If you're ever here, check out Bob and Bert's, class. Not a sponsor, but I was there earlier than he was, and you know, he's obviously getting the gym sorted out after the final session, and there was one session after mine. But I digress. I went across to the other town, and I don't really want to give away my location 100%, you know, online and all that sort of thing. Kind of need to be careful. But I went across to this other town, and where the Bob and Bert's place is at, in the town, there's like an alleyway up between a lot of buildings. There's like a bus depot open there, it's like maybe a couple of 100 yards up this thing. When I say, you know, like an entry alleyway sort of thing, it's not as sketchy as it sounds, but it's a good place to hang out whenever you're a kid. But I'm walking down there, and past the bus depot and down this alleyway, and there's this group of teenagers, and they're sitting just between the bus depot and the Bob and Bert's restaurant where I'm going to meet the trainer. And this girl approaches me. Now she's obviously 14, 15 years old tops, and she's like, "Excuse me." I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Would you mind going into the off license and getting some beer and drink for us?" And I looked at her and I started to laugh, and she's like, and she went into the whole trying to sell it more to me. "No, honestly, I'm 18, I just forgot my ID, and I'm just standing here thinking to myself, like, there's a group of like 6 of you at this point. Obviously all of you have forgotten your ID." But I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. For one thing, I'm well enough known around this part that a lot of people know I'm not a drinker. I don't tend to go to an off-license to buy beer, but I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. You know, first of all, it's against the law to buy alcohol for underage people, and you know, secondly, you know, goodness knows what is going to happen to you later on tonight if I go and get this stuff for you. Goodness knows what could happen. Anything could happen. These days, it's crazy, the head cases that are out there. But I was just kind of thinking to myself, and it just came back to me last night. This was after a couple of months of it happening. I'm just like, why do we end up going down that path collectively? A lot of us do it. I know I kind of fell into it for a bit, but with my whole medical history thing of suspected epilepsy, I cannot, even if I wanted to, do a whole load of drinking. But I was just thinking, right, is this like it's weird the way it happens at virtually the same time for everyone, and the same age. And is it a system thing? Is it like a learned behaviour thing? I don't know. I just don't get it. It doesn't make much sense to me at all. Like I know it's good to really, like, getting through the working week and you want to let your hair down, relax for the weekend, you want to go and get a drink. I do it, I get it, I do it, I've done it. But I go out and hang out with someone and I'll have a drink and that'll be it. But I'm not going out to get absolutely stocious, as they would say over here. But I don't know, that's weird, especially in the current climate we're in right now. It's just, everybody's getting it tight financially. I know I'm getting it tight financially. A lot of people are. I've talked to quite a few people over the last few months and years, really, since everything happened from 2020 onwards, and we're all getting it extremely tight now financially. And just thinking back on all that stuff, and on my own journey with the whole painkiller medication thing, and getting myself kind of so dependent on that it took a year and a half to get my system to a point where it no longer needed it to actually get my day started. But is it part of the bigger system thing? I don't know. It's just it's a weird random little thought that I had last night, because, as I say, £88 to fill the tank with fuel for the week, to take myself up and down to work. I will see people going out for a night in a bar and they'll literally drink that £88. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, right, is it any wonder that we're all in so much financial difficulty now? Because let's just take it, for example, I was doing that, running out every weekend, getting a whole rip of drink down my £88 for fuel. I've spent that for the car for the week. That's not taking into account everything else that I have to pay as far as bills go. And then you're going to go to a bar and you're going to spend that same amount again on drink, not just for yourself but for your mates if you get into doing rounds and that sort of thing. And then cigarettes as well. You know, you're talking what, £11, £12 plus for a pack of cigarettes these days. So is it any wonder we're in the financial problems we're in at the minute? And I was kind of thinking to myself, is it a thing that's ingrained into us, if that makes any sense? Because they talk about systems and trying to keep you in an environment that the ruling class, let's say, would want to keep you in, and getting you at that age, addicted to alcohol and cigarettes, then got out into the working world. And we've all met them. We've all met those people that are wishing, constantly wishing their entire working week away, looking forward to the weekend. I had a guy working with me that would come in on the Monday morning, die with a hangover all day on Monday, be sick as a dog on Tuesday because of the hangover, be in a bad mood on the Wednesday because he was coming round from the hangover, and then Thursday it would start to kick in. Yo ho, the weekend's coming, boys, I can't wait. And this would go on all day Thursday. Friday would be a similar sort of situation, and then weekend would come, you wouldn't see him till the Monday morning, and he'd come in dying, and I'd be like, well, what did you do at the weekend? Can't remember, haven't got a clue. Went to the bar after work and didn't stop drinking the last night. So that's a weird setup, particularly here in Northern Ireland. That's kind of the standard issue of what we have. So, you know, it's weird the way people go from the high potential kids going into high school, coming out the far end of it and getting into that region of drink, smoke, going into the real world, and they just keep it going. That's full cycle of drink all weekend, work all week. If you're lucky, they'll work all week. The majority of these guys will just leave school, sign on to job seekers and never look for work again. And I know for a fact you know at least 25 of these people right now. So I don't know, that's weird, sucks, don't like it, but yeah, such a random time we're living in. I don't know what the end of the whole thing is going to be. It needs to turn at some point, because it's just, the current system just doesn't work. It really doesn't. It doesn't work for me anyway, which is why at 43 years old I'm still hoping that I can find a new system for myself that does work. So random thoughts for a little walk on a Sunday afternoon, and yeah, we're definitely going to get back into more of these videos, because this channel has started to suffer badly. I'm juggling too much right now. I'm thinking of getting rid of the client work altogether right now, because it's not setting me on fire the way it used to, but this sort of stuff does. But I'm very much out of practice. Anyway, that's going to do it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, and let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you in the next one.